Hi Aries, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Aries, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. What I find interesting about this is the Wheel of Fortune's been very active this week, which suggests to me that there is going to be some sort of interesting twist of fate this week, and it kind of tracks as well because obviously this is the week of that powerful first eclipse that we're going to have in the sign of Taurus. So this is going to be a herald of things to come, right? So pay attention to that. Now for your Wheel of Fortune as your key to the week, the message here is this week, if you find yourself in the wrong place at the right time, or maybe what feels like in the wrong place at the wrong time, maybe consider that maybe you are where you're exactly supposed to be. The other thing with this Wheel of Fortune as well, this can be a reversal of fortune in some way, shape or form. This could be the moment where someone or something comes through for you this week in a way that you don't expect, in a way that maybe makes you laugh, maybe makes you smile, in a way that maybe is very surprising to you. Remember, the Wheel of Fortune has yes, I feel like it's got mostly a benefic kind of energy to it, but it does very often show us where reversals of fortunes are going to take place, or where we're getting the results of something that we have already set into motion. For your actions and options this week, you have the Judgment card, right? So this is really nice. I mean, the fact that you have the Judgment card here, this suggests that this week you really are paying attention to where you need to change something, right? So for some of you, this is going to be something from your past is going to come up for review this week, right? This could be an old habit, an old pattern of some sort, an old thought process, an old belief structure of some sort. There's something this week that's going to come up that will bubble up into your consciousness. And you're probably going to have a moment where you think to yourself, okay, you know what? I'm ready to do, be, or have something completely different now. This could literally see you going in a very different direction, but it's in relation to the past in some way, shape or form. Now, this could also be a reversal of material fortune for you in some way, shape or form. I like the Wheel of Fortune with the Judgment card because the Judgment card has that massive change energy about it. And the Wheel of Fortune says that maybe, just maybe, all of that good karma that you've had stored up for a certain period of time now makes its way back to you. Another way that this might show up on the more sort of unconscious level, this could be an old pattern, habit, belief structure, etc., that is actually getting in your way, and you might now be kind of forced to look at it where you haven't wanted to or been able to in some way, shape or form. But the great thing about this coming up is it means that you can change it, means that you can adapt it, right? So don't get disheartened if that is the case. For your communications and conversations, you have the Page of Wands. Or the Ace of Wands, actually. I always think it's the Page of Wands because it's a child on there. So in a lot of ways, this is a fresh start, a new beginning. This is you going in a very different direction to one that you had originally perceived, right? Now, when it comes to communications are going to be fast. They may even be a little bit furious. Probably not so much. I mean, while the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Wands is a lot of energy, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad energy. It just means that it's a lot. Passions could run really high this week. I mean, we're heading towards a full moon anyway, and it is going to be an eclipse. You know, some people say it's a partial eclipse. This is going to be big, all right? So in some way, shape or form, do expect to be having a conversation this week that takes you very much by surprise and may see you having to really scramble for an answer. Now, the beauty of Aries energy is you guys meet everything head on, but I got to be honest with you, I feel like this takes you off your footing for a second. This could be one of those moments where, like, you know, you get doused into cold water and you're like, like you have to take a moment to catch your breath. This might be a conversation that comes up that you never expected. This might be a moment of information that comes to you. It might be a new direction of some sort that opens up in front of you that you really have never anticipated, and it really could be that surprising. So you know, enjoy. Now, for those of you that are employed by somebody else, this could be new work possibilities or capabilities coming in. If you're going for interviews, this week gives you the impetus. It's like something at work takes place where you say, you know what, I'm ready to go for the next step. I'm ready to go for the next level. Or maybe you feel like you've kind of gained everything that you can from the place that you're in. And, you know, that need to do something more creative as well, because it is the Ace of Wands after all, might really kick in, and you say to yourself, okay, you know what, it's time to look for something new. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, this is very nice, right? This could literally see you tapping into not only your own creativity, but it could see you, maybe you see something out in the world, maybe it's a conversation that takes place that really gets you to see something in a very different light, and it might give you a moment where you're like, oh my gosh, I need to change everything. Take your time with it. Obviously it is, you know, we are at eclipse season at this point, and will be until at least the 4th or 5th of December. So, you know, maybe not too much big change in that time, but certainly taking time to allow it to unfold. Pay attention to what shows up this week and the following week as well, so that you know roughly where this is all going to take you. But nice, very nice nonetheless. And for those of you that are retired or no longer working for any reason, this is a fresh start where you get to start really having more fun, really having more enjoyment. And this is where you get to really start to move into this space where you can meet life on life's terms and still be okay with it, right? This is, I don't know why, there's just like, for those of you that are retired or no longer working, there's a sense of freedom here, one that maybe you haven't experienced for some time. For your love and relations, you've got the Star card, right? So this is beautiful, especially with that Ace of Wands, because this suggests that if you are looking for new work, if you're trying to do new things with your business, it will come through your network. There's a fresh start here. This could be new friends, a new social circle of some sort. This could be a new group or a new tribe that's coming in, and they're coming in through people that you already know, or it may be somebody that you know that is an extended family member, maybe through a partner, maybe through a partner's, you know, somebody that they work with is into this stuff that you're into, and actually I thought it would be a good idea to introduce you all. There's something here where there is not only new consciousness, new understanding coming in, but you really are in the right place at the right time. It's like you're divinely universally positioned to be in the right place at the right time. For those of you that are single this week, I mean, you are shining, right? There's a sense here of fire and power and energy and magic, but there's also a sense here that you understand that you can't and shouldn't do it all on your own. And I think this week that makes you way more attractive than usual. So it'd be interesting to see how this plays out for you. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, sorry, I got a bad wrist at the moment. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, I really like this for you again, because this suggests that there could be a fusing of yours and your partner's, not only your resources, but also your connections, your social circles. Like there's this sense that everything is starting to come together in a way that maybe it hasn't for a while or ever. And this could be really exciting. For your money and materials, you have the Sun of Cups. So this is the Knight of Cups, right? I love this for you because there is a solid offer or opportunity that comes in this week, financially, materialistically, that really has the potential to stick around for a long time to come. Whatever shows up for you this week in terms of money, materials, finances, opportunities for work, it really is just the tip of the iceberg, right? This feels for me like something in your finances, your resources is cracking open for the first time in a long time, and it really starts to grow from here. So when it comes to your physical health and vitality, for me, the Knight of Cups very often speaks to hormonal and or lymphatic energies. Now, you've got this with the Judgment card here in the actions and options. For those of you that have had or suffer from chronic illnesses and or situations, this could be a week where you get some reprieve, or where maybe a doctor says to you, we found what it is that's plaguing you or ailing you, and we've got a treatment plan. We might actually be able to alleviate this or make it better, or, you know, maybe even reverse the effects. It's possible. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional, can't give you that kind of advice, but this bodes very well for those of you that have had or have health issues. So I like to see this for you. And then finally, when it comes to the home and the environment, in a lot of ways, this is going to see you really asking yourself, what or who are you ready to bring into your home? For some of you, this could be inviting somebody in. I mean, with the Wheel of Fortune there as the key to the week card, my money's on this being somebody that lives either quite far away from you or possibly even in another country. So for your eclipse message, you have the Gate 48 and Depth. This card is all about a new beginning, but it's a new beginning that bubbles up from within. The reason I say this is, you see over the heart space, she's got that rune is called Dagaz in the runic system, and it actually represents the dawning of a new day. Something deeply profound on the inside is really shifting this week, and that's going to bubble out and filter out into the rest of your life and start to create some really amazing changes. I actually think this could be a great week for you in a lot of ways. Do I think it's going to be easy? No, it will obviously come with some intensity, because I mean, you know, what hasn't since 2020? But yeah, all in all, I think this could be a great week for you. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.